Hey guys, welcome back to Feather and Down Homestead. Today I'm going to take you around, take you to all my gardens and show you what's going on. So let's go. So this first garden here is called the market garden. It's where we sell stuff, excess stuff we don't want to eat, stuff like that. Sometimes there's all too many produce around, but let's show you bed by bed. I have got my little assistant down here, so bear with me. She might pull out plants. Over here we're going to have a sand pit. I know, kind of way off topic, but I've been meaning to build one there for a couple of months. Kids are going to tell me at some point I've got to do it, so it's definitely happening. Over here is like our herb bed and that, but it's been taken over by Jerusalem artichoke and swan plants, which is cool. But there is some rosemary, there is some white borage, there is some mints, there is some garlic, elephant garlic in there. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. And as you see in the last video, they chopped all that Jerusalem artichoke down just to let the other stuff come up.
Daddy.
Yeah? Oh, put the potato back. Good girl. Over here is our zucchini bed. So there's about 20 zucchini plants in there, and we're definitely not short of zucchini. Every single plant has zucchini on it. So I think Debs will be processing a lot of zucchini very soon, because there's a mammoth load of them. Yeah? Huh? What's up? Oh, the fox? Yeah. Yeah. Getting very distracted here. This is a bed of rhubarb. We've got rhubarb in here, and there's supposed to be some passion fruit growing up there. I think they're still surviving, but we've got this bindweed that's growing up on this arch. And it's basically trying to encroach into the garden and kill everything. So I have to sort that out soon. But for now, the rhubarb is actually keeping it at bay because it's like shading it out. We do have some asparagus we planted down here from our other garden, which I'll show you soon. We just planted there randomly because I wanted to kill them all because they're in the wrong spot, and Debs decided to go in here. So down here we have a ton of cucumber. I'd say it's about 15 meters of cucumbers, and they're coming on like crazy. We have the pickling type that you're supposed to pick even smaller than that. We have the long cucumbers, which are great for eating. And also somewhere in there is like a Lebanese type. We have Lebanese, the pickling, cucumber, and telegraph. That's all three of them. So that's what's all down there, 15 meters worth. Over in this bed we have corn in the middle 2 rows, we have eggplants on each side, and then we have bush beans down below the eggplants. And I have 3 beds like that, 1, 2, 3, which yeah, we're going to have a lot of eggplant, but we've done the exact same last year, so we had 2 beds. And it'll be interesting how that goes this year. But last year the corn done really good, beans done really good, and the eggplant, so it's like a really cool trio that actually works from my previous experiments. In here, this bed beside the eggplants is all carrots. So as you can see in here in the tunnel, they're doing really well. We had to actually plant them twice. I tried it with my bike, it's like a cedar, and it didn't work. And then the second time we done it, we actually used upside down tarp with the white side up, and it got them germinating really good. The tunnel is not for the birds anymore, it's for the kids. Evelyn over there, she is a little garden destroyer, believe it or not. She is not all cute and smiles. She likes destroying gardens. She pulls out plants and everything. Look, she's already trying to destroy the corn. Look at it. Look at this destroying nature of hers. What is going on? Mother's child, eh? As we get back to the entrance of the garden, just over here with our roses and all that going on, we have our tomatoes. So these tomatoes here I have been tying up mainly to get aeration under the tomatoes, so airflow, so they don't get all moldy and stuff like that. and I just trim the leaves up to about halfway or the closest tomato, and it doesn't affect them negatively at all. So it's really good. I've still got like 3/4. This is probably about 20 meters of tomatoes. And somewhere in there is Spencer. What are you doing now? What are you doing with Mr. Tomato?
No.
Unbelievable. Put him back. Good girl. So as we come down this way over to our trellises, we have corn in all 4 of these next beds, and we've basically done a bit of experiment with them. These 2 beds have our homemade compost, which was really, like, the weeds came up like crazy in it because it didn't get it hot enough. Big learning curve. And those 2 beds are bought compost. So yeah, it's a bit of an experiment. The bought compost is definitely winning, but they were planted a bit earlier. Like, the corn is almost actually ready. But I'll show you what's in each bed apart from the corn. Well, and there's like bush beans all on each inside of the row of the corn. So it's pretty much these trellises up here that I need to show you guys. This all up here is bitter melon. Yeah? Mummy coming? Mummy coming? So this all up here is bitter melon. So there's tiny little flowers and tiny little bitter melons that are coming on some of them, as you can see there. And basically we don't really like to eat them, although I would like to try to dehydrate them in that, but they're very, very bitter. But mainly we do it to sell that plant. On the other side is yard-long beans. So they're actually taking a while to actually get to the bean form. Like, I think maybe the flowers almost coming out, but yeah, they're very late to actually flower out and start the beans. But I think they're green, so they're going to be quite hidden, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. But they have reached the top. Both the bitter melon and the beans have reached the top, so it'll be interesting. It's like a competition between them both. At some point I won't be able to probably walk down there. Over in this tunnel over here, I'm not even going to attempt to walk down, or maybe I'll try, but I almost need like a machete to get through here. That is crazy. In here I have, this side is horn melon, African horn melon, so they're like a yellow spiky fruit, and they are going crazy with taking over this. But more so crazy is the Loki on the other side. So they're like a long bottle gourd kind of vegetable. You can kind of see one up there, but they get a lot bigger. I think they get about 1/2 meter, or even bigger if you let them, but then you probably can't eat them. But yeah, it's quite cool, because these are really reaching over. I think we just need to come in with the machete and chop it all so we can actually walk through it, and then the kids will actually find that quite enjoyable. Because like most things in here, we just do grow different stuff so the kids can actually like experience what all the different things are. So we'll go down this tunnel and we'll see what's in these last beds down the end of this market garden. Okay, down here I've got some wild tomatoes that I just let go, because there was nothing really past the cucumbers that really grew, and we can never have enough tomatoes. We make tomato sauce, tomato chutney, everything tomato we make. Over here we've got our bottle gourds, and there is some odd tomatoes, and in front of it we have our I think cayenne red chilies that I planted here just the other day. And in amongst it I did plant some corn seeds, but I have no faith that they are going to get to germinate, because the birds will smash them. And speaking of corn, this was the corn in the other bed, and they are definitely starting to fatten up. I'd say they've got another month maybe, and then we can start picking them, which will be cool. So in this garden bed over here, I have sunflowers. Those sunflowers haven't come up yet. So these sunflowers in this bed are quite stunning, and they've got quite stunning coloration in them. I think we had a royal rogue, we had a yellow one, but some of the colors are really pretty, and some of them are like, just like, look at that, it's like a chocolate color. But yeah, there are so many in here, and we're probably gonna maybe sell sort of some cut flowers for like, I don't know, maybe $1 each. Not doing it to break the bank, but there was 2 beds that I didn't really know what to plant with, and I planted sunflowers. Yeah, the reason behind that is because this garden can flood up to my knees in a real bad flood, and I didn't want to plant some stuff down here that is valuable and that I'd really worry about in like a flood. So the sunflowers are definitely pretty, but they're not gonna break the bank if they die. Right next to it I have okra, and we have just started picking okra. I need to pick some more tonight because there is some getting quite big in here. But once okra really does get going, it can produce a lot. So I really have to keep an eye on it every like second day, and soon probably every day. Yeah, but it's going to be even more of a jungle down here once they get to like, I don't know, shoulder height. At the back here I've planted some more bottle gourds. There is some loofah down there. There is some trambuccini in the corner. We just weeded this out recently, and I've scattered some corn seeds everywhere, but like I said, the birds probably ate in it. And over here we have a neglected passion fruit. I find the neglected passion fruit are the best passion fruit. I've just let this plant go, and it was covered in weeds everywhere, and it's been just thriving. We have a ton of passion fruit on here. If the kids would stop picking the green ones, there might be some ripe ones. But yeah, that pretty much is all what's in our market garden. A bunch of tomatoes, a bunch of cucumbers, corn, beans, bitter melons, a ton of stuff. Okay, let's show you some more weedy gardens, because this garden only just got weeded recently. That's why it's looking a little bit prettier. Not as pretty as I'd like it, but a little bit prettier than it was. What did you do? You killed more plants? Unbelievable. I'll deal with you later. That's not funny. Did you say sorry, Daddy?
Sorry, Daddy.
That's alright. You know for next time, don't you? Alright? I think there was 4 plants here. I only see 2. My life. Little children and plants don't mix. But what do? You win some, you lose some. Just let it go. Let it go. Okay, this here is the original garden, we call it, because it was the original garden we set up first out of the big gardens. Like, none of this whole down the bottom of the homestead was here when we came here. Everything was cow paddocks at our place. So yeah, this over there at the back was Adina's garden. That's the garden bed in there. Garden bed behind the greenhouse. Garden bed beside the greenhouse. All weeded over. It's been I haven't been able to keep up with it at all, and it's all got like weed mat down there, so it should be semi easy to get it all back to its original form, but just haven't got the time to do it at the moment. Over here is more okra, just not as far gone as the other okra. And then all as like a ground cover, we have little melons, rock melons. So that's all throughout there, and the ones over there haven't taken as good. But yeah, this whole bed is okra. The bed over there that is weeded out, that has actually got quite a lot of carrots in it. We've been picking a ton like for months now, but soon that bed needs to be weeded out properly and planted with something else. Just waiting for those other carrots to come on, and then we can pull all those carrots, process them, and then start pulling those carrots. That's how we kind of want it to roll. Over here is our cherry tomatoes. So it should be cherry tomatoes on this side and cherry tomatoes on that side. And some of them are almost getting ripe. There's quite a few different varieties in here. I'd have to look back at my videos to actually know what varieties they are. But we also have onions in here. And look at the size of this onion. It's pretty big. They are like baseball size onions. So I'm just waiting for them to flop their head over, which they should do. I think there already is some red ones that have flopped their head over. If I don't get them quick enough, they will rot on me, especially if we get heaps of rain. But let's see if we can find this little minion down here. A cherry tomato. Here, you want to try that one? Yeah? Do you want to tell me if it's any good? Is it yummy? Have you lost your shoe? Yeah. Oh! I think those shoes are a bit too big for you. She says it's yummy. So there's definitely a lot more going ripe. They're just kind of on the verge. Some of them are this painted colour in here, and they're a lot harder to tell. They'll go like orange on the bottom. I think they might be like a blueberry sort of tomato. And I have comfrey on the end that propagate for our comfrey tea when we get around to it, that is. And the little greenhouse over there, nothing important growing there. It's just a weedy mess. So you don't need to even look in there. You can look a few videos ago where it's nice and tidy and we weeded it out as a family, but that's about as close as you're going to get to it today. So we're going to get to the other garden over here. It's not a vegetable garden, it's our berry patch. So I hope you don't mind, but still part of the garden, I suppose. In here is probably the best weeded out of the lot. We've got a bit of bindweed coming through, but that's about it. In here we've got strawberries galore, strawberries everywhere for a ground cover. Over there at the back we have red currants. So the red currants, there's about 6 plants going down there with all strawberries below them. And then on this side I think it's our only black currant, which I don't think, oh, I think we did have one. Should have bring Evelyn for this, she'll be in here in a minute. But first, black currant. Yeah, tastes like black currant. These mainly grow good on the South Island, but there's a few on there, so I'll definitely have to show Evelyn. It's got a tiny bit of bitterness to it, but otherwise it is really nice. We have a big grape plant in here. We have more strawberries going all the way down there with another grape plant, and then when we get to our corner we have all these grapes up here, which is a seedless grape, which I just see some change in colour happening, and they change colour really quickly, which I'm definitely not going to show the kids that, because they'll be here every day looking for them, and they'll pick every little red grape there is, which yeah, it's kind of one of my favourites in this berry patch, so I'm going to try to keep it to myself. Right beside the grapes we have the raspberries. So what's cool in this garden is the raspberries, they've almost finished. We've got reds, yellows, and I think autumn red as well. And what's really cool in here is, yeah, the raspberries are almost finished, and then the blueberries are coming on. Look, I've found a berry thief. She's already in here stealing my berries. Unreal. I'll have to find her a boysenberry. And here we have boysenberries. I think boysenberries, loganberries, and another berry. They didn't do really good last year. They got eaten up, and it got like a it's like a dry berry symptom thing, and we just chopped it right back, and then ever since then we have gotten quite a lot of fruit from it. Well, not a lot, but we had healthy fruit, so that was really cool because they're actually really sweet and nice. In these last two beds here I have cranberries, 2 cranberries which haven't fruited yet, but they're getting quite big. I don't know if they need a frost to fruit or whatnot, I haven't really looked into it. But the rest is blueberries with strawberry understory. The strawberries haven't done that great this year, but we're just starting to get a crop from them, so that's cool. But when the raspberries finished, the blueberries came on, and there is a ton of blueberries everywhere. Although I think while I've been at work today, there has been berry thieves in here eating my blueberries. Have you been eating blueberries today?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ate all my blueberries. Unreal. I think it wasn't just you though. There is 5 other minions around here, but there definitely is still heaps around. We've been picking them every like couple of days, or almost every day kind of thing, but yeah, that's them there. There's a few different varieties in here and a few that taste better than others, but to me a blueberry is a blueberry and they all taste really good. Over here, that's Theo's gooseberry patch. He loves gooseberries. I don't mind them, but the gooseberries that we've got wild growing up by the house, they taste really good. I was going to say they taste really bad, but we haven't actually got a good crop out of them yet, so I'll give them a little bit of time. Hey Evelyn, do you want to shut the gate? Yeah? So no birdies get in? Yeah, I'll move this rock for you. Yep, shut the gate. Oh, don't trip over. Yeah, and put that rock. You go put it in front of the gate. And right next to the garden we have a big fig tree, which we're also waiting for them to get figs. They've got a little bit of sizing up to do, but they ripen really quick, so yeah, another one I'll have to beat the kids on. Yucky! Eating white strawberries.
Daddy.
Yeah? Yeah, that one yucky. They're supposed to be red. Red strawberries. You'll learn, you eat it. Tastes yuck. So we've got our big greenhouse over here. You'll probably see that in another episode with me working on it. And over here we have our kumara patch. And as you can see, it's very weedy. It's one of the gardens that needs a lot of attention at the moment, which I can't give it, but I will be giving it very soon. The ones I did flame weed, that I've done a bit of an experiment with Debs doing weeding, me doing flame weeding, they're the ones that are still weeded the best. Even though I didn't weed them, I flame weeded them. But you get my point. Okay, over here is the other garden. This is what we call the family garden, because it's going to get turned into a family garden. The kids and Debs are going to take it over, basically because I've got lots of other stuff to do. But they homeschool, so yeah, they've got heaps of experiments they want to do in here. But as we just walk in here, you can already see the grapes hanging down as you go through. There's a ton of grapes and a ton of asparagus that I tried to kill. There's asparagus in here I had a tarp on, and the asparagus just kept pushing through the tarp, and I kept cutting it and it kept pushing through. So we've got to like dig them out or it's not going to work. But basically I want this all to be a big path in here, so I can stop all the grass and the kikuyu coming through to the garden like it is now. Because about 2 months ago this was a perfectly weeded garden, and now it is, well, I wouldn't say the best weeded garden, but it definitely was a lot better than it is now. But basically what is in here that shouldn't be flowering is purple broccoli sprouts. So they're actually doing really good, but mainly we're feeding them to the emus and ostriches at the moment, and the rabbits. We haven't actually been picking a lot for ourselves, which we probably could do, but you got to keep up with the flowers You got to pull them off, or as soon as they go to flower, they want to set seed, and then you won't get much purple broccoli. It'll be a waste of time. There is a few cabbages up and around here, a few kale, lot of stuff going to flower. There is these broad beans that we let get way too far. Deb's convinced me, and now they're probably inedible. But Deb's is going to get all the seeds with the kids anyway, and at least maybe we can plant the seeds for next year. The only probably good thing in here is the garlic. So the garlic down here has just started to get rust, but it's probably only got like another month to go. I've just got to keep it like semi-weeded better than it is, because there is actually another garden bed over there, and I'm thinking we should plant lettuce over there because it's real like shaded by this banana grass. The purpose of this banana grass was to stop the wind and everything, provide a bit of mulch for the side of the garden and that, stop any weeds coming through from the corners. But I've let it get too out of control. Yes, my darling. Huh? Ow. Wow. Mum. Maybe she's wanting mum. Well, she's trying to get through. Oh. Okay, we're almost about to come out. About to come out of the garden, darling. But yeah, that's it's not much to see in this garden. I will be giving this a good weed, and we might possibly even like tarp the whole thing and then plant it out for our autumn crops for the family garden. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be doing much in here because it's all them, it's all their learning, even though they learn from me all the time. But yeah, I'll try not to intervene too much, even though I do all the time. You come in, come on. Yeah, come. You got to shut the gate.
Okay.
Yep, shut the gate.
Okay.
Good girl. Okay, we've got one more patch to show you guys, so bear with us as we get through all of these bananas. Yeah, you can come. This is basically the banana jungle. It goes quite a bit up, and it's all up in the food forest. I'll have to do a homestead tour and show you like everything at some point, but there's quite a lot to show and it might take a bit too long. Okay, I probably shouldn't have left my rotary hoe out here. That's a naughty thing to do. But what we have over here is our pumpkin watermelon patch, and I have to tell you, I haven't been here for quite some time. I've been neglected it. I've got sprinklers, so they're on most of the time, and they've been doing a good job. I've been putting all weed mat down. I mean, there's a few stuff that the dirt has gone over, but it's doing pretty good for a neglected garden, and it's an experiment of just growing like just on weed mat. I'm sure a lot of people have done it, but I've just never done it myself. And over here is the potatoes. So we got about 250 kgs of potatoes out of this patch, I think a month or two ago, and we thought, what the heck, let's plant our potatoes again. Although next time I think we're going to plant something else, because I think we had a few weevils in the potatoes, so we definitely got to watch out for that. But this is doing really good, and it's loving the rain, so that's really good. She's going to think she's digging up potatoes because we only done that not too long ago. Evelyn, there's no potatoes. We already dug them all up. Yeah, we've got to wait for the plant to get big and it to die, and then we can pick lots more potatoes. So that is pretty much all of the gardens. There's quite a few, and there's quite a few weedy ones. Quite a few that need a lot of work. Yeah, there's gonna be more potatoes, yep. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the little tour. Yeah? Huh? Yeah, there's no more. I'll get to end the video soon. Yeah? No more. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I hope you keep up to date with the vlogs, and I hope you enjoy all the content that's provided. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Look. out.